In this video, I'll be discussing why Ash is taking the backseat in Pokemon Journeys. First, I am going to talk about the latest episode in Pokemon Journeys, which is episode 47. If you want to get straight into me talking about Ash, then go to this timestamp. Anyways, I want to talk about the latest episode because I think this was one of the best fillers of Pokemon Journeys in my opinion. This episode reminds me of the classic Pokemon fillers because it's a contest and for some reason brings a lot of nostalgia. That's probably due to this kind of filler being used in almost every other series of Pokemon. Anyways, I like this episode because it gives us some character development for Go and his Pokemon. You normally see Go use his Pokemon for battles or tools to help him in a scenario. However, in this episode, even though it's just a filler, it gives him a chance to use his Pokemon to form a relationship and even evolving. Although you guys may have not liked another filler, this was kind of an old school type of episode and I really like that. And yes, we didn't see much of Ash in this episode either, but that leads us into the main topic of the video. So, why is Ash taking the backseat in Pokemon Journeys? Let's go to the very beginning of Pokemon in the first series. Ash got the most spotlight in the series by far. Misty and Brock didn't get much character development because Ash was the spotlight of the series. This changed though later when Pokemon gave more attention to other characters, and I'll get to that soon. However, this relates to Go in Pokemon Journeys because he is the new character, he is the new spotlight. I think that is a very good example of why Ash is right now taking the back seat. I say right now because I think it will change later on in the series. Again, I will tell you why this will change in a bit. So now, let's go to the Advanced series. This was the first series to give a shared spotlight to another character. Now, I'm not shaming Brock, but he didn't get much development until Diamond and Pearl. And Max, well, he's Max, so yeah. Anyways, May was a character who got good development in this series because of finding that passion and love for Pokemon. It was not as much development as Ash got obviously, but it was the first series to give another character other than Ash good character growth. Diamond and Pearl was the first step in a sharing of character development. I say this because almost all the characters, including the rivals, got good development like Paul, Zoe, and even Barry. But Dawn had possibly the most development of a character other than Ash, even more than May in my opinion. The only person who had a backseat in this series was Brock, but even he got some good development near the end of Diamond and Pearl. So Black and White was pretty much the opposite of Diamond and Pearl, giving the characters almost no development and having them very unfleshed out other than Ash. Like Silent. Didn't really do much, and for that is a very forgettable character, even though he was funny. Iris had potential, but again, I think they were focusing a little bit too much on Ash, kind of like in the first series. Black and White was focusing mainly on rebooting Ash so he can stay relevant again to the kids. But Pokemon knows now that they didn't have to reboot a character for younger people so they could stay relevant. And that's why you will not see any series like Black and White ever again, I promise you that. Now, XY had in my opinion the best shared character development of all the series. Like, XY is so memorable because each character was fleshed out. Even Ash got almost the best character development even though all the other characters were getting almost the same development as Ash. It's amazing how they can do this and make all the characters good while making the main character better. Sure, Serena got more development than Clement and Bonnie, but that's okay because they got their time to shine too. And the way the writers set them up for their spotlight was really good. Like how in the beginning, Ash didn't do much other than, well, what he normally does, which is fight gym battles. So the writers gave the side characters a point to step in and grow as well to be characters. Or, well, better characters. That is why, in my opinion, XY and DP did it right with growth and development. Sun and Moon was a little different. Some characters got attention and others not so much. For example, Lily and Kiawe and even Lana got the most growth while the others not so much. For Ash, he was still the main character and still the main eyes of the show. However, during the end when he wins the league, I think Pokemon had two options on what they could do and what they could have done for the next series. One, they could do what they are doing right now, which is create a new character, a new spotlight, which is Go, and have him be the new eyes. Or two, they could continue with Ash being the main protagonist. So why did they choose the new character over just having Ash being as the main character of the show? Well, it's simple. Ash has done everything. He has reached the peak of what he can do, in my opinion. So I think the best option for the newer fans and the older fans was to make something fresh and new to the table. The problem though, with that having a new character and the old character who is so loved is going to be dragged only for the value of it being loved. What I mean is, Ash is only still in the anime because we are so attached to that character. And for Pokemon to just put him away would risk their whole identity of the show. However, there is still good news, and that is since Ash is still the main character, he'll not be in the backseat for long. Only the beginning because Pokemon is still setting up Go. The reason they are still setting up Go is to attach us to that character to give Go the value that Ash has. And I'm guessing if you made it this far into the video, you would like to know if I think Ash will leave after this series. Well, guess what? I don't think he will leave, but I also don't think Go will leave either. Alright, you who is watching, I'm going to tell you now that you should subscribe to my channel only if you are interested in Pokemon anime and Pokemon journeys. I mean, if I were me, I would subscribe to myself because I like Pokemon and you like Pokemon, so I promise you it's worth it and it's worth your 2 seconds. And for whoever is already subscribed, hello, welcome back, and like this video if you want Ash to stay in the anime. And have Greninja and Serena return. Alright, I hope your day is going just as good as mine, if not better, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's a wrap.